Michael Jackson was one of the greatest artists of all time, but few people know the true inspiration behind his dance moves. He watched Bruce Lee's movies repeatedly, memorized every move, and integrated his philosophy into his own art. Yes, Michael Jackson was a huge fan of Bruce Lee, and this admiration was reflected in his dances, posture, and even his music. In this video, we will explore this invisible connection between two legends, the martial arts in his dance moves and Michael's deep admiration for Bruce Lee.
Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee, though legends in different fields, shared a deep connection. Both were introduced to discipline at a young age and revolutionized their respective fields. Bruce Lee broke patterns in martial arts, while Michael Jackson revolutionized music and dance. Both were perfectionists who refused to settle for mediocrity. These two giants were born on different continents but burned with the same fire. Michael drew inspiration from Bruce Lee's "be water" philosophy and reflected this flexibility in his dance. To him, Bruce Lee was not just a martial artist, but also a philosopher and life coach. Michael watched Bruce Lee's films over and over, memorized every scene, and analyzed his movements. Both were limitless and carved their own paths. Leaving a mark on the world was their shared passion. Michael Jackson's admiration for Bruce Lee dated back to his childhood, and this admiration never faded. During his early years with the Jackson 5, Bruce Lee's films were creating a massive sensation in America. Michael watched Enter the Dragon and Way of the Dragon countless times and memorized every move. To him, Bruce Lee was not just an actor, but also a warrior and a sage. This admiration was reflected in his dances, choreography, and even stage outfits. Michael was captivated by Bruce Lee's stage presence, eye contact, and energy. The intensity in Bruce Lee's gaze at the camera is mirrored in Michael's stage look. According to his former bodyguard, Matt Fittis, Michael wanted to meet Bruce Lee's daughter, Shannon Lee, and ex-wife, Linda Lee. This shows how deep his admiration truly was. For Michael, Bruce Lee was not just an idol, but also a teacher. Both grew up under intense pressure at a young age, and this made them stronger. Bruce Lee began acting under his father's guidance, while Michael was pushed onto the stage by his father. Both turned these pressures into advantages and forged their own paths. Bruce Lee's "be yourself" philosophy became Michael's life philosophy as well. Both legends knew how to draw strength from adversity. Michael Jackson didn't just imitate Bruce Lee's movements, but also his posture and charisma. Bruce Lee's rebellious character in his films inspired Michael's rebellious stage presence. Both challenged society and wrote their own rules. Bruce Lee redefined martial arts with his "style of no style" philosophy, while Michael redefined art with his music videos. Both became icons, symbols, and legends. The connection between Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee created an unprecedented interaction in art history. Two different disciplines, dance and martial arts, found perfect harmony in Michael's choreography. Michael's synthesis inspired artists worldwide and gave birth to a new dance movement. Bruce Lee's philosophy permeated Michael's music, lyrics, and demeanor. These two giants spoke the same language across time and space: emotion, discipline, and authenticity.
When you look at Michael Jackson's dances, you can clearly see Bruce Lee's martial arts techniques. The famous lean in Smooth Criminal was inspired by Bruce Lee's kick-deflecting technique. Michael adapted this move into his own dance and made it iconic. Bruce Lee's flexibility and agility deeply influenced Michael's dance style. Both legends used their bodies as instruments of art.
The punch movements in Bad resembled Bruce Lee's famous inch punch technique. Michael brought Bruce Lee's explosive power into his dance, and this became one of his most captivating stage qualities. Bruce Lee's speed and fluidity are clearly visible in Michael's dances. Both artists were masters of sharpness and precision in their movements. Michael's dances seemed like a choreographed version of Bruce Lee's fights. Michael frequently made moves on stage that resembled Bruce Lee's battle cry. Bruce Lee's iconic "Wata" scream echoed in Michael's stage vocals. Michael recreated Bruce Lee's energy and charisma on stage. According to his bodyguard, Fittis, Michael performed these imitations with incredible naturalness. These moves became an inseparable part of his dance. Michael's sudden pauses in his dances reminded viewers of Bruce Lee's sudden attacks in fights. Bruce Lee's wait and strike strategy appeared as unexpected pauses in Michael's choreography. Michael turned Bruce Lee's warrior stance into dance. Bruce Lee's control over body language mirrored Michael's control in his dances. Both masters skillfully used the balance between stillness and motion.
Bruce Lee's famous nunchaku moves appeared as cane moves in Michael's dances. Michael's cane dance in Smooth Criminal paid tribute to Bruce Lee's nunchaku skills. Michael reinterpreted this move while adapting it to his dance. Both transformed tool usage into an art form in their respective fields. Michael successfully translated every Bruce Lee move into his own dance language. Michael's toe stand on stage resembled Bruce Lee's kicking stance. Bruce Lee's high kicks inspired Michael's high jumps. Michael recreated Bruce Lee's gravity-defying moves in his dance. Both pushed their physical limits and performed moves that seemed superhuman. Bruce Lee's acrobatic technique transformed into the acrobatics in Michael's dances. Bruce Lee and Michael Jackson shared the same rhythm, fluidity, and energy in their movements. Both created magic at the intersection of music and movement. Michael integrated Bruce Lee's moves into his dance without compromising his own unique style. This synthesis was the biggest factor that set him apart from other dancers. Both legends elevated the art of movement to the highest level. Michael Jackson adopted not only Bruce Lee's movements, but also his philosophy. Bruce Lee's style of no-style philosophy inspired Michael to constantly reinvent his dance styles. Michael never stuck to a single dance style and continuously evolved. Bruce Lee's be water principle allowed Michael to be reborn in every moment. This philosophy transformed Michael from an ordinary dancer into a legend. Bruce Lee's words, "Knowledge is not power unless applied," became Michael's life philosophy. Michael constantly practiced to improve his art and was never satisfied. Bruce Lee's "Be Yourself" call ensured Michael never became a copy of others. Michael created his own unique style while drawing inspiration from Bruce Lee. Both were determined to carve their own paths. Bruce Lee's empty cup philosophy perfectly aligned with Michael's constant desire to renew. Michael reinvented himself with every new album and surprised his fans. Bruce Lee advocated freeing the mind from preconceptions in martial arts, and Michael did the same in music. Both constantly emptied and refilled themselves. This was the secret that kept their art from ever aging. Michael placed Bruce Lee's "Be Limitless" philosophy at the center of his life. Bruce Lee said, "There are no limits," while Michael sang, "Unbreakable." Both were delivering the same message: human potential has no limits. Michael proved this philosophy through his dances, music, and life. Bruce Lee's words became Michael's source of inspiration.
Michael Jackson's stage costumes were also inspired by Bruce Lee's films. Black leather jackets, strapped pants, single-finger gloves, all carried traces of Bruce Lee's movie frames. Michael adapted Bruce Lee's aesthetic to his own style and made it iconic. Bruce Lee's simple stance echoed in Michael's stage presence. Both legends revolutionized fashion in their respective fields. Michael showcased Bruce Lee's art of self-expression to the world through his dance. Bruce Lee used his body as a tool of expression, and Michael did the same on stage. Both were masters of using body language most effectively. Every Michael dance move carried meaning, and that meaning came from Bruce Lee's philosophy. Both legends saw art as a form of expression. Bruce Lee and Michael Jackson were saying the same thing. Find your own path. Don't follow others. Both broke new ground in their fields and guided those who came after. Michael integrated Bruce Lee's philosophy into his music, dance, and life. Bruce Lee's words became the compass that shaped Michael's life. Both legends left the world the same message: be authentic, transcend your limits, be yourself.
Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee share incredible similarities not only in their movements but also in their life philosophies. Both were pushed onto the stage at a young age and grew up under their father's pressure. Bruce Lee introduced Eastern martial arts to the West. Michael brought black music to the entire world. Both were perfectionists who were never satisfied. Both used their bodies as instruments of art. Both were lost at a young age, but left behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. Bruce Lee died at 32, Michael Jackson at 50. Both deaths shocked the world and plunged millions into mourning. Both continue to be talked about as much after death as they were in life. Both were born legends, lived as legends, and died as legends. Bruce Lee and Michael Jackson revolutionized different fields but fought the same battle. Both challenged society's patterns and carved their own paths. Bruce Lee rebelled against traditional martial arts, while Michael faced the same rebellion in the music industry. Both were criticized and ostracized, but never gave up. Both kept walking their chosen path. Both were not just artists, but also symbols and cultural icons. Bruce Lee became the face of Asian culture in the West. Michael became the common language of the entire world. Both transcended color, race, and borders. Both inspired millions and continue to do so. Both delivered messages of unity and togetherness to the world.
Michael Jackson recreated Bruce Lee's rebellious character from his films on his own stage. Bruce Lee's break the rules philosophy inspired Michael's music videos and dances. Both challenged authority and wrote their own rules. Bruce Lee's warrior spirit transformed into Michael's stage energy. Both were rebels. Both offered their fans not just entertainment, but also a life philosophy. Bruce Lee said, "Be water," while Michael said, "Heal the world." Both gave hope to people and dreamed of a better world. Bruce Lee's wisdom permeated Michael's lyrics. Both saw art as a tool for transformation. The deep connection between Bruce Lee and Michael Jackson made their art immortal. Both drew inspiration from each other, and this inspiration reached millions. Michael brought Bruce Lee's moves into his dance and integrated his philosophy into his life. Both left their mark on the world, and this mark will never fade. Two legends were like two sides of the same mirror. The greatest evidence of Michael Jackson's admiration for Bruce Lee is in their postures and movements. When we look at photos, Michael's toe stand resembles Bruce Lee's kicking stance. Their shoulder alignment, arm angles, and stage postures are almost identical. These visual similarities show how closely Michael studied Bruce Lee. The visual connection between the two legends is the most concrete proof of this admiration. Bruce Lee's famous nunchaku moves appear as cane moves in Michael's dances. The iconic cane dance in Smooth Criminal is a tribute to Bruce Lee's nunchaku skills. Michael adapted Bruce Lee's most iconic tool into his own dance in this video. When Bruce Lee with nunchaku on the left and Michael Jackson with cane on the right strike the same pose, the similarity is striking.
This is one of the most powerful proofs of Michael's admiration for Bruce Lee. Michael used Bruce Lee's camera gaze style exactly in his own performances. That intense, piercing look, slight chin tilt, shoulders back, all these details appear the same in Michael's stage performances. Bruce Lee's famous dragon gaze echoes in Michael's stage look. When both look at the camera, they seem to look into the depths of your soul. This gaze is one of their most iconic features. When we compare Michael's stage moves with Bruce Lee's fighting techniques, the visual matches are incredible. Bruce Lee's inch punch perfectly matches Michael's punch move in Bad. Bruce Lee's wait and strike stance appears in Michael's sudden pauses on stage. Bruce Lee's high kicks inspired Michael's high jumps. Both artists share the same explosive energy and control in their movements.
Michael Jackson's stage costumes were inspired by Bruce Lee's film outfits. Bruce Lee's yellow tracksuit in Game of Death appears as yellow details in Michael's stage costumes. Bruce Lee's black leather pants blend with Michael's iconic black leather jacket. Michael paid tribute to his master through these details, while adapting Bruce Lee's aesthetic to his own style. Both revolutionized fashion in their respective fields. Michael's single-finger glove on stage reminds us of Bruce Lee's hand stance in fights. Bruce Lee held his hands characteristically in fights, and Michael adapted this stance into his dance. Bruce Lee's hand angle in waiting position is exactly the same as Michael's hand angle in his dances. These small details show how closely Michael studied Bruce Lee. Both legends reflected the same energy through the way they used their hands. When Bruce Lee on the left and Michael Jackson on the right strike the same pose in the same frame, the similarity is unbelievable. Their head angles, shoulder alignment, arm positions, and gaze directions are almost identical. These visual matches prove how closely Michael followed Bruce Lee. Michael practically copied every move, every stance, every look of Bruce Lee. This is not just admiration, but the reflection of deep respect for a master into art.
Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee lived in different times and on different continents, but their connection never faded. Bruce Lee's movements, philosophy, and demeanor permeated Michael's art so deeply that it's impossible to overlook this influence. Michael saw Bruce Lee not just as a martial artist, but as a life guide. His be water philosophy transformed into the fluidity in Michael's dances, while his style of no style understanding became his constantly renewed art. Both legends left behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. Michael kept Bruce Lee's spirit alive through his dance. Bruce Lee became immortal through Michael's art. This connection united not only their art, but also the message they left to the world.